Hello everyone, welcome to Welcome Canada YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. If you want to get knowledge related to BC PNP, Alberta PNP or other PNP programs, you can visit to Welcome Canada YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look on the recent changes under the SINP PNP program. So if you are thinking to move Saskatchewan and think the Saskatchewan is your second home, you need to watch this video before step in that. What is SINP? Saskatchewan PNP is a way for the province to nominate people for Canadian permanent residency. The idea is to attract immigrants whose skill, work experience and plan match with the Saskatchewan's labor market and economic needs. If you nominated Saskatchewan candidate applies to PR through IRCC. Let's watch the recent changes as of March 2025. The first thing I want to discuss with you the nomination cap and the allocation reductions. The federal government has reduced Saskatchewan PNP nomination allocation. Also, at least 75% of the nomination in 2025 must go to people already in Canada on temporary status. Subscribe Welcome Canada YouTube channel right now. Let's move on the second point. Second point is the limit on overseas requirement for people outside Canada is no longer favorite for the Saskatchewan government, and requirement is now limited to workers in the health, agricultural and skilled trade. The third point I want to discuss with you the closure of some streams. The entrepreneur category, international graduate, entrepreneur, farmer owners, these are now closed, and the expression of interest already in the system but not selected now for those pathways will be removed. The fourth changes in the student category is now limited to graduates of the Saskatchewan designated learning institutions. They must have worked at least 6 months of the paid employment with the Saskatchewan employer in the intended occupation or field of study. And this can be on campus, off campus, co-op graduate fellowship under a postgraduate work permit. So PGWP holders who studied outside Saskatchewan like in other provinces are no longer eligible under that student category, especially in Saskatchewan now. So the other provinces students, they may apply via the SINP pathway like the student talent pathway, health talent, agricultural talent or skilled worker, employer job offer needed for that. The fifth point I want to discuss with you the nomination cap for certain sectors for accommodation and food service, retail, trucking. These are the cap together and they may account for only the 25% of the SINP total nomination program. Sixth point is employer restrictions. Now the certain employer type is no longer eligible to recruit foreign workers. Let's discuss the active SINP programs. First is the international skilled worker, includes substreams like employment offer, occupation in demand, express entry, skilled trade, agricultural, health sector for all applicants. Second active category is Saskatchewan experience class category for people already in Saskatchewan. Now they are valid with the job offer work permit and they can apply in this field. Third stream is the student graduate pathway under the updated rule that we discussed earlier in there. Let's move on the eligibility criteria. You need 60 points out of 110 to step in the SINP pathway. The language ability depending on the stream, you will need to meet the certain CLB levels. For many streams, you will need at least minimum CLB 4 for that. The relevant work experience required, especially in occupation in demand, like the often full-time and with a certain time of experience you need to be shown that. In many streams, a valid job offer from a Saskatchewan employer is required, like need job approval letter to apply under the category through the SINP program. For foreign workers too, educational credential is required and generally we call it ECA is usually need for that. If you are outside Canada and you are looking to move in Saskatchewan, your options are more limited now. Only the certain sectors like health, agricultural, occupation in demand streams is better option for you. So that's all for today's video, and if you need more information, write down in a comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share Welcome Canada YouTube channel. Stay tuned with us. See you in our next video. Thank you. Have a great day.